We are packing up right now to go head to Goshen, Indiana. This trip is extra special to us because we're going to go check out, and we're hoping to check out, to see actually our fifth wheel on the assembly line. What do you think, Chris?
I think that would be pretty cool. And honestly, I probably only like dreamed about a day like this, because we talked about, you know, just the opportunity to go to Indiana and go to one of the factories, and so the fact that we're actually doing this is like almost surreal.
Our fifth wheel is probably going to be one of the biggest manufactured fifth wheels. We're going to set our record, folks, with this fifth wheel. Okay, no, we're not. But it's going to be a new record.
I was like,
for us.
Unless we're getting a new truck, and we just got a new truck, so that is absolutely.
I was thinking, you know, maybe we could talk Chris, you know, into, you know, building a Peterbilt or a Kenworth out, you know, for this next rig. No, actually, but this will be the longest rig that you and I have ever owned. We want to give you guys good content. We want to take you guys with us on this wild ride to Goshen, Indiana. Well, morning came early, and it came quickly. I'm heading over to jump in Spike this morning, and we are getting ready to take off on our journey. We had a little thunder and lightning storm last night, so Spike got a little dirty, but he's ready to go. Comes Chris bringing out some of our luggage. Let's see what she's bringing out here. What you got there? Garbage? Are we really bringing garbage on our trip with us?
That's the one thing, you know, when you travel in your RV, your pillows are always with you, but we're going to be staying in a hotel, so.
See, that's how we roll, folks.
So we just crossed the state line between North Carolina and Virginia, and we are headed straight towards Fancy Gap, Virginia. And the fun fact is, if you didn't know this, the elevation for Fancy Gap is 2,848. So we are headed up through the mountains right now. So since we are now in the state of West Virginia, we thought we'd do a little fun fact.
Fun fact!
About West Virginia. And I had no idea. Oh, there we go. Did you know that West Virginia has an unusually high amount of cities named after international cities?
What?
I know, right? After cities like Athens, Berlin, Cairo, Geneva, and Shanghai. Did you know there was a Shanghai, West Virginia?
That's random. Got another fun fact for you about West Virginia. They charge you $4.50 to hit their potholes
There are police
3
reported
times.
So we're currently in Charleston, West Virginia, which just so happens to be the state capital. I had no idea there was a Charleston in West Virginia. But they have a beautiful gold dome capital, and the population is about just under 44,000. So we just crossed into Ohio and it is now raining. But a fun fact about Ohio, if you didn't know, the very first traffic light in the United States was installed in Cleveland, Ohio in 1914.
Just another fun fact for you about Ohio. They don't charge you to hit their potholes. It's free of charge. Thank you, Ohio.
We finally made it to Indiana and we are about 12 minutes from our hotel. Oh my gosh, all we can say is that these are some of the bumpiest roads we've ever driven on. I'm honestly thankful that we didn't bring our RV. But we just wanted to share a fun fact about Indiana, and we were curious. We wanted to know how many RV manufacturers are located in this area, because it sure seems to be a lot. And what we found out is that there are between 45 and 47 RV manufacturers in Indiana, all located in Elkhart and the surrounding areas.
Well, we made it here to our hotel, and as you can see, I'm gonna grab our 2 bags of trash here, our pillows, and we are loading up to head up to our room. Don't mind me, I'm just pushing the luggage. Okay, so we're here day 2 in Goshen, Indiana, RV capital of the world. And I gotta tell you about our night last night, folks. So as we were in our hotel room, I was noticing that it felt like the temperature was getting hotter and hotter. So I walk over to the air conditioner, which is right there in our room, right by the windows, typical. And it is blowing hot air, no cold air whatsoever. I walk over to the thermostat, and it was 78 degrees. And as you can see, this morning it is 76 degrees in our room. I call down and I talk to the front desk, and I felt like I was in an RV again as the front desk began to give me instructions on how to take the thermostat off the wall and reset something. Now, isn't it interesting that I'm in the RV capital of the world and my air conditioning isn't working, and I had to get on with tech support to fix something. We were coming up here to get away from fixing something. The front desk lady was nice enough to come up and give us some fresh batteries. I reset the switch, and guess what, everybody? As you can tell, it's still almost 80 degrees in our room. Didn't fix it. However, the front desk lady was nice enough to give us this air conditioning unit to keep us cool. Okay, so it's not really an air conditioning, folks. It is a fan. We are off for the morning, folks. Heading out here, there was a bad thunderstorm here last night. As you can see, the parking lot is wet. Maybe Spike got a little bit of a rain bath last night.
Needed it.
But I know Spike is not going to let us down. His air conditioning is going to work great. And I don't know if you can see it over there in the distance, but there's a Starbucks over there. So we're going to start off by getting some coffee before we get going with our day. This is a big day for us, right, Chris?
Yeah.
It is the day we get to go take a tour of the facility where our fifth wheel is currently under construction, and we're going to get to meet with some folks from said manufacturer. Stay tuned. And
the funny thing is since we bought our Riverstone years ago, we thought it would be just awesome just to come to Indiana and see what's going on here and how the manufacturing process works. So all of that is coming to life right now, today.
It's pretty cool, even despite having to be a technician last night.
I know.
I feel like I'm still in an RV.
I'm like, turn the car on, babe. Get that air conditioning going.
You'd think maybe we would get iced coffees, but you know what? We're getting hot coffees. Are we crazy, Chris?
We always get hot coffees, even when it was like 98 degrees in Minnesota and humid off the chart. I don't know.
I think it's because it warms our heart.
Yeah. I don't know. Call us crazy.
But we're going to take you guys on another side mission that we found out is here up in this area. I'm going to let Chris tell you what it is.
We are going to go to the RV Hall of Fame.
Woo, the Hollow.
We don't have a lot of time because we have to be at where we're going at 1 o'clock. So hopefully we can get through it in about an hour and a half. We read that you could do it in an hour and a half if you were just strolling through. So that's our plan. We're looking forward to it. Michael wanted to sleep in, but I'm like, how often are you in here in Indiana and have the opportunity to do that? We'll be kicking ourselves if we don't, right?
Yep, so I think it's worth going over there. Rumor has it, folks, that we might have a star over there at the Hall of Fame. Keep rolling. This way to new RV discoveries. Are you ready to discover some new things today?
So let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
Doors and drawers for the interior cabinets are installed at Station 12.
Back in the formative years.
Your personal home on wheels.
This is like before yours.
At Station 14 of our model tour,
It all starts here, folks.
Bed.
Now we're getting vintage, folks. Take a look at this bad boy. Wow. Chris, what do you think about this?
There's no bathroom.
At least it has lights.
It has lights and a bed. It's called, well, hey, it's better than a tent.
I didn't know they had these back then.
Wow.
Imagine lugging that camp stove around.
That looks heavy.
Wow. 1900s to 1920s.
Wow, look at that thing. Holy man. Is that drawn by a horse and buggy? Yeah.
Wow.
That would...
Could pull that around.
Well,
Horse and buggy version. That's what Chris said. How many horsepower would you have to have? Is that a 2 horsepower or 1 horsepower RV?
Well, for the horse's sake, I'd say 2. But it looks like we've got some really nice...
Check that out. That's cool right there. You talk about extremes, you go from this look, and if I spin around, look at that bad boy. Definitely tell two different eras. Classic. I had a lot of neighbors had the old Winnebago vintage Class A 1928 Pierce Arrow house car. Right here. Wow. Look at that roof. Look at that kitchen, folks.
Love the curtains, little lace curtains right there.
There's where you hang out. eat all your grub. Nice touch with the black iron on the back. Now this one here that I'm getting ready to take in, this is a little special to me, this one right here, because my parents owned a 1970s model Holiday Rambler 32-foot fifth wheel. So we're gonna walk in this one. This is pretty cool. So this is a 1954 Holiday Rambler travel trailer. Post-war 1940s, 1950s. Let's step up in here and take a look at this, folks.
Can you go in there?
Check this out. You know, so if I'm in here, I'm calling dibs on the bottom bunk here because, you know, your neighbor up above you could fall down. I don't know, I'm just saying.
That looks like a pretty
Look at that sink.
uncomfortable cot.
Wow, there's your refrigerator. I got these taped. I guess we can't look inside the closet. Look at the floor.
Wow.
Checkered tile. And it comes equipped with these vests. Pretty cool. Holiday Rambler.
See, my grandparents had one like this. It was red and white.
Did they really? Oh, that's awesome. This GMC motorhome, this is one of the ones that when I was a kid, oh man, if you had one of these, you were the bomb. You were super cool. (1974) GMC motorhome. Check this thing out.
Wow. Like the corduroy.
Look at this. And I almost feel like these guys, you know, were ahead of their time when they built this thing. And you know, one of the things I love the most about it, look at this, folks. That is an 8-track player. All the windows.
Got that harvest gold going on.
Look at this air conditioning unit. Wow.
But
But look at that, it had a fire detector.
Right, a double sink.
Double sink.
Yeah, I do notice there's not a microwave in this one.
3-burner cooktop with an oven. I'm assuming this is like a lounger, or maybe it turns into a bed.
It looks like they moved from real wood maybe to like, I don't know if this is, maybe this is veneer.
Wow.
They started moving to plastic.
And there's your gauges right there. The command center. All these vintage Class A units. But there's one in particular that really interests me as well. And that's this one on the end. And I think a lot of you will recognize this one because I think all of us, or a lot of us, watch Keep Your Daydream and watch the episode where they purchased this Bluebird. And this is another one when I was a kid growing up that I thought would be the coolest thing in the world to own. And we never did own it. I know my parents, you know, looked at these and they looked at the old Fort Travels. If any of you remember the old Fort Travels back in the day, and they had talked about getting one, but we never did get it. We always were fifth wheelers. Maybe that's why fifth wheeling is in my blood.
Wow. How many YouTube videos did we watch Mark and Trish film in this?
Yes.
In this bus.
You know, when you watch videos, you know, and maybe even some of you, I know it's dark in here, but when you watch our videos and you're inside any RV, I think they're always a little bit bigger than what they are, you know, in person. And that's how this feels walking in this one. You know, you see it on video and it looks bigger, but when you come in here, it's a little bit more confined. But I can picture Mark sitting behind, and you know, what a command center, you know, these Bluebirds had right here, sitting here in the cockpit. It's pretty cool. Complete with a cassette player, folks.
They definitely upgraded the refrigerator. And this. Oh, is that the solar? What is that?
Yep.
And the batteries. Oh, yeah. Check that out.
Yeah, they didn't have that back then. That's kind of cheating. Yeah, and the Dometic fridge.
The Dometic fridges have been around a lot longer than I would have thought. But yeah.
Nor did they have digital touch panels back then. It looked more like this kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of but they did a good job. I mean, it looks pretty cool. Pretty cool.
I love the built-in blender.
Yeah. All right, guys. This is the exciting point. We are now in where all the members of the Hall of Fame are. I'm looking to find out if Chris and I are in here. So come along with me. Look at that, folks. There we are, right there. So it was rumored that there may not be any elks in Elkhart, Indiana, but guess what, folks? We found one right here. Check that bad boy out.
And look, he even says go RVing.
That's my kind of elk right there. Well, I'll tell you what, we really enjoyed walking through that. I'm so glad that we took the time. We didn't really have that on our things to do list.
And Michael was actually going to sleep in this morning, and I was like, no, we're here, right?
Let's go, let's go.
Let's do it.
So if you come up here to Elkhart, you have to come over here and walk through this museum, especially if you're an RV enthusiast, you know, like we are, to walk through all those vintage RVs and just to, you know, it was just, what a treat.
What impressed me was like all the wood that was in all of those old RVs. Like, they were built pretty sturdy. You know, I look at some of the flimsy material. I mean, it's obviously lighter and, you know, maybe more aerodynamic. I don't know, but they all felt very substantial.
But a cool thing to do if you come here to Elkhart, Indiana, it was $20?
I think 20 or 22 bucks.
22 bucks a piece to get in. I think it's worth it to go. I just want to show you a source of a lot of headaches for RVers. Thank you so much for watching the video today. We had such a great time. It was fun going over to the RV museum, even though Chris kept saying, Michael wanted to sleep in. But technically I did. We drove 10 hours. I was a little tired. However, oh, and on top of that, you know, it was almost 80 degrees in the hotel room. But still, so we didn't get a great night's sleep. But it was fun. I'm really glad that we went over there. We had a great time. And the rest of the story kind of is with that we left the museum and started heading, because we actually got a text from them initially saying, hey, can you come earlier? And we're like, absolutely, we're not too far down the road. So we were excited, heading that way. Chris, what happened?
And all of a sudden, our phones were lighting up. We were hearing sirens, and it said tornado warning, watch out for flying objects, basically run for cover as soon as possible.
It was crazy.
This was when we were, you know, very close to the manufacturing plant.
So we were trying to find our way back there, but we got it all on video. So
there was construction everywhere. And oh my gosh, I think everybody gets off work at noon in Elkhart County, because I've never seen traffic so backed up.
Jammed up
it was
at noon.
All over the place.
And it was almost dark as night. It was kind of a crazy scenario. So we had to reschedule our tour. And so we did do that, and stay tuned because we have a video coming up on all that. So we appreciate you following along. All of our new subscribers, thank you for following along. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, we would be honored if you would follow along with us. Give us a thumbs up, hit that notification button. Every time we post a video, you'll be notified. And one of the most important things you could do is we love to hear from you guys. So you guys have been awesome. The last video we did, we had so many great comments and feedback. So please leave us a comment below. Have you been to the RV museum? I'd love to hear that and what your thoughts are on that. Have you ever been up to Elkhart, Goshen, that whole area? I think with that, we say God bless
And safe travels.